Hello everybody, it's Beauty 87 here, and today we're going to get into some limited edition products that I feel like should be permanent. So we all know they come out with limited edition collections and all different brands. Sometimes they are with collabs with YouTubers, sometimes they're collabs with like other brands, and then sometimes there's just limited edition holiday collections they come out with that, you know, they don't make permanent. That sometimes it's so good, I feel like they should. So today I decided I was going to make a video talking about all the limited edition stuff that I feel like should be permanent. And I don't know if y'all going to agree with this stuff or not, but I got a few eyeshadow palettes, I got a couple of face things, and a couple of lip things. Anyway, let's get started, and then down in the comments below you can tell me what things you think should be permanent that were limited edition that you fell in love with. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing I got, of course, is the Patrick's powder with MAC and Patrick Star. This stuff is amazing. I hardly ever use mine because, like, I know it's not permanent and I don't want to use it up, because I used to use this all the time when it first came out, but I was like, I need to hoard it because Patrick's powder isn't coming back. And then it came back in that horrible packaging they came out with, and it was like half the product for like more of the price, and I wasn't feeling that at all. I didn't like that shady move that they pulled. I'm like, why can't you just make it permanent in the same container it was in before? So that was a little shady. I didn't appreciate that at all, but it's still a great product, and I definitely feel like MAC should have made this permanent, because, like, I feel like it would help them back with their reputation, because I feel like they're still there, but it's like nobody cares nearly as much as they did like 5 or 10 years ago. It's like, I don't care. I'm so sorry. Next, I have the Too Faced Festival Refresh spray. It came out with the Life's a Festival palette and like collection or whatever. But look at this stuff. Like, look how cool it looks when you swirl it. Not to mention it smells amazing, and then it says to make a beautiful. This is basically the higher end version of the Force Ray Beauty Glisten Up Spray. That's all this is, but this came out first, and I absolutely loved it. This is my backup one. I still have one that I haven't even fully used because it was limited edition, and I'm like, it needs to be permanent. Too Faced, what are you doing? Like, you keeping that peach mattifying spray around when the nozzle gets messed up, and then you had like this wonderful spray and you like got rid of it. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I don't know, but I feel like I need to get their whole lives in order. Hey, next I got some highlighters. All these highlighters limited edition. A couple of them are like 3 out of the 4 are collabs. So I was like, I understand why they're not necessarily permanent, but they still should be. So let's talk about the one that isn't a collab, and then we'll go into all the ones that are a collab. So I have the Becca Dreamsicle highlighter. Oh my God, this thing is amazing. I need to get it back up before they get rid of it off their website, because they already took it off of Sephora and Ulta. Wait, no, this was exclusive to Sephora. They already took it off Sephora, and they only have it on their website left. I should have bought it during the holidays when I think they had 40% off highlighters, because this, y'all know Becca highlighter is like $38. And as you can see, I got like a nice little dip going on in the middle, because this highlighter is amazing. It's everything. I love Becca highlighters, and this is one I definitely feel like should be permanent. I know it doesn't necessarily look better on lighter skin tones, so I don't know if that's why, you know, they're just going to go ahead and discontinue it, but this is everything, and I will be getting it back up hopefully before they get rid of it, because it needs to be permanent. The next one I have is actually from one of my most popular videos when I first started YouTube. This Maybelline and Puma highlighter in the color Knockout. This is an exact dupe for the Marc Jacobs Omega highlighter. I believe it's called Glit or Glitty or something like that. This is an exact dupe for it, and as y'all know, all Maybelline highlighters like $10. So it's like, why spend 40 on Marc Jacobs when you can spend 10 on this one? I had so many comments on that video of girls talking about they couldn't find it and all that. I had found mine at Ulta when this first came out, but this came out like a year ago or something. But this definitely is a product that should have been permanent. It just looks so beautiful. It's just beautiful. I will try to remember to link the videos down below, these things, if I have videos on them. But yeah, this is everything, and this needs to be permanent, Maybelline. Like, this would make you so much money. It needs to be permanent. Next thing I have, of course, Auntie Jackie and Artist Couture's glow powders. I have Le Bronze and Le Peach. These are great. I like to mix them together. I don't ever just use either one of them by themselves. I have to mix them together, and you know, you get a gorgeous, gorgeous glow. I like the peach one a little bit better than the bronze one, because I'm not really big on bronze highlighters. I like more goldish, peachy toned ones. So I was so happy that I didn't buy the first round, because I just got to bundle these together and get the nice little set with the makeup bag. And this is everything, and he needs to make these permanent, because they are just beautiful. The last highlighter I have is the Anastasia Beverly Hills and Amrezy. Now, I don't ever wear this by itself, because as far as I'm concerned, this doesn't look good on people my skin tone by itself. Then again, I'm not really into champagne gold highlighters. I'm just not really big on gold highlighters, as I sit here today with a gold highlighter on. But that's different. It's Persona Cosmetics, and I love just about anything Sona puts out. But this highlighter, I always mix this in with dreamsicle. So I'll put this on the brush, then I'll mix it with the dreamsicle, and then I'll put it on the face, and I like it like that. So that's why I'm sad, because like both my favorite highlighters I like to do a combination with are limited edition. But I know so many people wanted this to be permanent, so I feel like they should just go ahead and do it. But at the same time, we don't know like how much she's gonna charge them to permanently have her highlighter as a permanent part of the collection. And I feel like that's why they're just not doing it, because they know the money is there, but it's like they don't want to shell out that kind of money in order to have it as a permanent thing. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know if I'm right or not, but that's what I'm gonna go with. Okay, so I have a couple of lip products to talk about. So I'm gonna start off with the Fenty gloss that came in the holiday collection. This is the color Confetti, because I saw on Trend Moves page that they were keeping, that she made Hot Chocolate permanent, because everybody was saying that they wanted that one. Like, I was like, too much mouth. I'm like, I just bought the set for Hot Chocolate, okay? But I actually really like Confetti too, because I feel like it gives you those weird, like, you know, fairy, unicorn, like iridescent type vibes when you want to have that look, but you don't want to put lipstick on. You can put this on, do a cool purple eye or a blue and purple combination like I like to do. Put this on the lips and just be like out of this world looking good. So I feel like she needs to make this permanent. It'd be cool if she made the whole little set permanent over time. Like if she made those brighter colors permanent for the summer, and then just came out with this one like toward the winter in the full size, or in the summer in the full size, for like people who go to Coachella and stuff like that. But she needs to make Confetti a permanent shade. I'm glad she did Chocolatey first though, because that's the one I like way better than this one. But this needs to be permanent too, to be honest. So let's get on that. I need more than this little baby chubby size one. The last two products I have to talk about are from the MAC and Aaliyah collection. Now, I know a lot of people didn't like this collection, but I heard good things about the lip products in the collection. I just heard people didn't like the bronzer because they felt like it wouldn't bronze her. And then, like, the eyeshadow palette, people aren't really big on cool tones. I like cool tones, so I was fine with the palette, but, you know, I know other people were not. Anyway, colors in particular I'm talking about are Brooklyn Born, the gloss, that's what color this is, and then the Try Again lipstick. I already have a backup of the Try Again lipstick because I didn't think this cool tone brown would look good on me, but it actually looks really nice for those days I want to do like grungy smoky eye and then like a cool tone lip to go with the cool tone smoky eye that I did. And then I just put Brooklyn Born on top of it and it looks amazing. So I definitely need those two colors to become permanent MAC. I don't know if you need to talk to her brother or like her parents or whoever, but you need to talk to somebody and make these two things permanent because they are amazing. And I hoard things like that and don't get to use them as much as I'd like to because I'm like, oh, well, I know I'm not gonna get any more of it. So I'm gonna need y'all to fix that. Okay, so let's get into the eyeshadow palettes because I got a few of those. Of course I do, because we know how I feel about eyeshadow. Y'all come to this channel for every 5 minutes I got an eyeshadow palette review. So I'm gonna start off with these quads. Now, the Patrick Star Spring collection is my all-time favorite collection out of all the collections he did with MAC, besides like the winter one, which they initially launched the powder. But whenever I go on vacation, I always take these with me because, as y'all know, I love my blues, my purples, my greens. Now, it doesn't have greens in here, but it has the blues and purples, which are the things I use mainly. I usually use greens more toward the fall when I'm trying to be grungy and extra. But like this quad right here is so gorgeous. It has that pop of blue in it, and then it has like this nice mauve thing for when you want to do a pink situation. It's just a really beautiful colored and created quad. It is gorgeous. And this one is called, what is it, Play With Me. And then the all cool tone purple one is called Stay With Me. This one I love a lot too, but I usually dip into the Play With Me one more than the Stay With Me, but I still take both of them on vacation whenever I go because I think these is just beautifully curated palettes, and that whole collection was beautifully curated. Like the lip products were good, the glosses that matched them. Like, Patrick, you did that, sweetie. You did that, and I'm gonna need you and Mac to sit down and have some discussions about making this permanent along with the lip products that came in that collection. But I just forgot to bring the lip products out because I was more excited about the Leah one. Sorry. If you didn't know, I'm a diehard Aaliyah fan. Like, Aaliyah's just the GOAT. She's everything to me. I still listen to her music, like, you know, like it was just yesterday that, you know, 4-page letter and We Need a Revolution and I Miss You came out. So Aaliyah is my girl, and I was more excited about grabbing her lip products than Patrick Star's. I'm sorry, but that whole spring collection, he did that. Okay, next I have what is it? The Nude Pop Palette by Kevyn. Now, if you didn't know, when I do like boring shades, what I consider nudes, like Huda Beauty, I like more mauve and purpley pinkish tone things like this. So this palette to me was just absolutely perfect. And I had never tried Kevyn Kwan's formula, but Mel Thompson was raving and raving and raving about this, so I had to get my hands on it, and I found it for a great deal on Poshmark, so I went ahead and bought it. And oh my god, I'm so glad I got this palette before it went out of stock and they didn't bring it back, because I'm like, this is just beautiful. I don't use it that often because some of the colors I feel like are too light, and then that darker one I don't always want to use, but the quality of this palette overall is good, and when I do use it, I always like the look I come out with. So I need Kevyn Kwan to bring this back. I don't know why they thought it was okay to take it down, but I'm gonna need you to bring that back. The next one I have is a collab palette. It is the Luminess and Sir John palette. Now I heard mixed reviews about this. I heard people saying the shimmers were terrible and the mattes weren't that great. I didn't have that problem. I bought this based upon Jackie Aina saying it was really nice, and she was right. I feel like the shimmers in here are really nice. I feel like the mattes blend just fine. So I don't know who was having a problem with this palette, but I thought it was fine. It has the pretty jewel tones. It has my blue, my green, my purple. It's like Sir John just knew. He just knew I needed a blue, a green, and a purple. And then he gave me all these transition shades for the days where, you know, people don't want to really try, but they still want to look like they're put together and halfway decent. So you got all these browns and then like the golds that people like to use. So I thought this was a very nice curated palette, and I think they need to bring it back, because I feel like it was there and it just left really quick. And I didn't get a chance to grab the highlighter either. Not that I was like super excited, but you know, I like Sir John, so I just wanted to add it to my arsenal, if you will. Okay, so the next palette, I didn't get along with it when I first tried it out, but I know I just love the brand and I love the color story of it, and I was gonna grab it immediately as soon as I saw this. I feel like you should know what it is. It is the Muerte palette by Melt Cosmetics. So this is the inside, and y'all know this is all my types of tones. It's blues, it's greens. I don't really care about the reds that much, but I feel like when you do dark blue halo and then like just put the red in the middle and put this color on it, and like it looks really nice. I actually did that look on YouTube, and then I did like the blues and the green, well, mainly just the greens on my IGTV. So I haven't used this palette that often, but I know it's limited edition because it's from their holiday collection. I feel like they just need to go ahead and make it permanent, because if they haven't noticed, whenever something's limited edition, people buy it out and then people beg them to bring it back. So they need to stop doing limited edition collections. Just make everything permanent, because y'all gonna keep having people constantly harass you. Melt, just make everything permanent. Why you try to be like everybody else, be limited edition? Your colors and your style isn't like anybody else, so stop trying to be like everybody else and make stuff limited edition. Just make it permanent and move on with your life. Thank you so much. The next one, okay, I'll go into the last one and then I'll go into the collab palettes last, because I got 3 more collab palettes. I just realized the Sir John one probably should have been at the end, but you know, it's too late now. So moving on, I have the Divine Rose by Mother Pat. This is supposed to be, I believe it's supposed to be volume 7, if you will. I'm sure you've seen this palette, and I'm too lazy to take it out of the packaging. So just look at the pretty packaging and how gorgeous it is. Let me turn it where you can see her face. Like, look at that. That is amazing. It's more on the mauve tone side, so it's more like that Nude pop I just showed you by Kevyn Kwan. When I do, like I said, when I do nudish type looks, I have a tendency to reach for colors like this. I'm not one who's going to reach for, you know, like basic browns and golds and, you know, bronzy type things. That's not my bag jam vibe, none of that. So I reach for mauve tone stuff, and that Divine Rose palette is so gorgeous. Like, it's so beautiful. I really like it. Now, I need her to bring the Decadence palette back too, because she played us with that one. It's like you brought it back, but then you gave us some wrong date, mother. And then I ended up not being able to get it like I wanted to. So I'm gonna need her to rectify that situation. And you know, you need to just send me one, because we keep having this problem, mother. What is, ma'am, I'm gonna need you to bring it back. Thank you so much. Just make Decadence permanent, because, you know, I'm tired of going through this with you. I keep asking you on Instagram. I don't get a response. Like, then I tried to buy it and you was being difficult and giving wrong dates. And I'm just, mother, I just need a Decadence palette, okay? I'm not being difficult. I just asked you to put it out again like I did the first time, and then you gave me the wrong date and, you know, sent me off, and like, yeah. Okay, moving on from Mother, we're gonna get into all these collab palettes I have to talk about. Now, the first, like, I feel like these 3 you shouldn't be surprised by. I have reviews on all of them, and one of them I feel like you definitely shouldn't be surprised by. But I'm gonna show that one last, just to see if anybody gonna be like, well, where's that one? Because I know she always talking about that one. So, anyway, I have the Desi and Katy Friendcation palette. I feel like y'all should have known this is in here just because the color A Moment. Just because this color right here, A Moment, I feel like you should have known that was going to be in here. Now, I will agree that I feel like a lot of this palette is a whole bunch of nudes. And they just gave you like sparkly extra shades to put on the lid. Which is fine because it's like, you know, it's cool with me. I'm just going to use all these and maybe like one of these transition shades. Like, I most likely use this one whenever I do use this palette. I have a tendency to reach for this one a lot. Like, I don't really use this one. And I only use this one when I'm using like the red shade. So I think they get a pretty good job with like what nudes to put in here that would match the palette nicely. But like this palette, y'all, it needs to be permanent just because these like special sparkly like transformer shades alone, like Dirty Money, A Moment, and Game Over. I hear a lot of people like this color, Just a Kiss. I actually don't like that color. That's my least favorite color. But again, we just talked about how I don't like champagne-y like shades. And plus it's just a topper. It's not like it's a, you know, real pigmented shade, and I like really shimmery pow in your face shades. So it's like that one just doesn't do it for me. But the palette overall is nice enough to where I'm like, it needs to be permanent. So Anna, I'm gonna need you to talk to Desi and Katy about making that permanent, because I'm gonna need that. Or you just need to make singles out of the special shades in there. Not special shades, but you know, like the shimmery transformer shades in there. And you know, then we can all just go on with our lives, because it's like you can find nude singles anywhere. But I need Dirty Money, I need A Moment, I need you need to make those into, yeah, I just need it. Okay, next I have the So Jaded palette by Kathleen Nice. Now I know this just came out recently, maybe like 5-6 months ago, but like well, it might have been later than that, I don't remember. Anyway, the point is this came out, this was their first like big palette. I'm sure you've seen what it looks like. I did, I think, one review with this, and then I did one on Instagram. It's a really nice palette. This is a ColourPop palette I actually reach for, and I don't usually reach for my ColourPop palettes, as sad as that is. But yeah, this is one I definitely reach for because I like the color story in it. I mean, it does still have like a lot of like matte nudie looking shades in it, but I feel like the way she organizes shades makes it look more colorful than it actually is, which, you know, good job, because a lot of people like color. I'm not necessarily into all the boring shades that come with it, but you know, some of the shades I can't use in here, of course. Like, what the hell am I gonna do with this one? Nothing, ever. What am I gonna do with that one? Nothing, ever. What am I gonna do with this one? Nothing, ever. So it's like a shades in here I can't use, but I mean, as sad as it is, I'm so used to like palettes having shades that I can't use, so it's like whatever. But overall, I feel like the palette is nice enough to where, you know, they should keep it permanently. Hopefully they do, because they've had her Dream Street palette for a really long time too, and I think that came out like over a year ago. So maybe they got a contract with her to extend how long her collabs are versus other people's. I don't know. But the last palette I have to talk about, and I feel like if you don't know what it is, why are you watching the video? Because I feel like you should just know. You ain't seen that palette after all the other palettes I've shown. I feel like you should just know that it's Perception by MakeupShayla X Colourpop. Like, what do I always say when I pull this palette out? Say it with me now. If I could make my own eyeshadow palette, it would look like this. Like, I would take out this shade and put something else in, but like, it would look like this. I feel like she did a great job when it came to this. Now, y'all know I'm not really big on warm shades, but you know, if I had to pick something, it would be close to what's in here. So I feel like Shayla did an excellent job with this palette. I know they still have it, but it's like, I don't know how much longer they still gonna have it, since, you know, it's supposed to be limited edition or whatever. So I feel like they should just go ahead and make it permanent, because Shayla did an excellent job with this palette. Now, I do not like Stallion. Like, I hate that shade. It's supposed to be one of those sequin shades, like, but it just ends up having glitter fall out all in your face when you try to use it, because I have used it once and I didn't like that about it. Maybe if you just press it all over the lid and do like a matte sparkly look, and then put the blue in the inner corner or something, it'll look better. But like, as a general rule, like, that's the only shade I really don't like, along with Unbothered, because I just don't like champagne-y shades. But this palette is perfect, wonderful, everything, and I feel like it needs to be permanent. So now tell me down below, like I said in the beginning of the video, which do you agree with any of these things, or there are things you would add in or take out or anything like that? Like, what do you all think about what I picked? Because I feel like it's lots of stuff that a lot of people talk about that they like and they wish wasn't limited edition. So I figured it'd be fun just to talk about what I think should be permanent and not limited edition. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are diamonds, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.